Got to respect people enough to give them what they want. Even if what they say they want is not really what they want, but they trying to make you think that's what they want, give it to them and make them stand on it. Can't flip flop on that. And if you do come back with a change of heart, you have to profess that. And you have to do it in a mature way. You have to say, I thought that's what I wanted, but I was wrong. I really don't want that. But most of the time, people don't do it that way. People don't do it the right way. People do it in a way where they just try to weasel back into your life. And a lot of times you don't see it because it happens slowly but surely. And before you know it, they back in. But you got to make them stand on that. You have to say, no, this is what you said you wanted. And I respect you enough that I'm going to give you exactly what you want. And if it's not really what you wanted, or you found out that what you thought you wanted is not really what you want, then you have to come back and you have to approach me in a manner that is respectful to me. But until then, you have to stand on your decision. I said this before and I'll say it again. You got to teach people how to treat you. They can't just treat you any way. And if they feel disrespected because you respect yourself enough to not let them repeat these things over and over and over again, and so be it. And you have to stay where you were, right? Love.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. More importantly, you see the clip. Go and get this book. Google it first so you can get it on Amazon. The link will be better on Google to Amazon than it is on Amazon. So we got to talk about this because a lot of times people don't want to stand on their behavior, and it's really about respect. And sometimes we overlook what people are doing in society. And when he was talking about like people trying to just weasel their way back in, that's how a lot of people get down because a lot of people are scumbags and cowards. And what I mean is, if you cross somebody, you stab somebody in the back, and they just go, "Oh, okay, go do. All right, we good. Go do you." And what a lot of people don't want to hear is when you do low life behavior, the only other people you can be around is other low lives, and then you come to realize that's not what I really wanted to be or wanted to be around. Try to go back to the solid people in your life, and they looking at you like, "Man, get your little bitch ass away from me, man," because what people do is they act like what it doesn't exist. They just get her. Oh, that was good. I'm different. They don't. When you find yourself in a space where people don't address what they did, like, look, man, I did you dirty, man. My bad. My bad. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. Look, I apologize. Um, I know what I did. I know it's wrong. Blah blah blah. Maybe you might not even trust me again, but at least the least I could do is let you know that I know what I did was wrong. But what folks try to do is, I'm gonna just let little time go by, and what I'm saying, maybe I'm gonna call one day, and then I might text another, and then a week from there, and then maybe we'll start talking, and my lady don't like it. Well, she doesn't mind it. I tell her I make people uncomfortable, and she's like, "Why?" I said, "Man, you're not finna stab me in the back and do me dirty, and you come try to smile in my damn face. That's not finna go down. That ain't finna happen." And when I tell her that, she started to understand, like, oh, I get your point now. I really get your point now. Like, because people are just, play the, anybody who knows me knows I'm a good person thing, or let's just start from the day kind of scenario, or the people make mistakes, or what I'm saying, that I'm saved now. God forgave me. You got to watch people like that who would say God forgave them for their behavior, but they didn't do it to God, they did it to you, because basically they're just on a rampage to do it again. And you got to deal with the fact that if you watch a person who doesn't say they're sorry, who doesn't ask for forgiveness, who just moves on to the next thing, you got to understand they're gonna do the same thing to you again. So don't let them in your life like that. Mm-mm. Like, man, why we not cool like we used to be? Cause last time we was cool, you did such and such. Oh, you gonna keep bringing that up?
Did you ever fix that situation? Did you ever bring it up that it was wrong? You just tried to walk around because when you're younger, people just come around like it's all good. And the arrogance of some people, because some people, I'm gonna tell you what some people are doing. They're really tiptoeing on if they're gonna get hurt or not. And some people are, if you don't address what they did when they come back around, you know, it's gonna activate them to think they can do it some more because they'll be in your face uncomfortable. They'll be in your face just trying to see if everything cool. Okay, but then they'll walk off and be like, they ain't do nothing. Oh, okay, I'm really finna do something. And you gotta understand that cowardly mentality. So you gotta make people stand on their behavior. Like that's what you did, that's what you chose, that's where you at, that's where this is. So it's gonna be like this regardless. And I used to say, um, one thing that people who do BS, one thing they don't like is to be accepted. And what I mean by that is if you accept somebody for who they are and their behavior, like, yeah, I know you that kind of person, so this is what it is. A lot of times you have people like that who are bothered by you accepting them. Like, oh, I know you're a liar, so you was gonna lie. I already knew that. I already planned ahead for you lying. That you accepting a person for who they are is offensive because they don't want to be seen as who they are. You tell a liar they're a liar, they get offended. You know what I'm saying? You tell a thief that they're a thief, they get offended. You tell a manipulator that they're manipulative, they get offended. And they also get offended because you prepared for their BS. It's like, what? It's like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, whatever, man. That's not how I meant to do it. I didn't mean for it to be this way and that way. Because people slip back into their bad habits because they're comfortable for them. So you can't, you can't trust that somebody is not gonna do what they've been doing if it's harmful to you because that's what works for them. That's what they like. That's their comfort zone. So for me, I'll make you uncomfortable. I'm like, man, don't come around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even go around people who I don't like that in the first place. I don't need to be around you. I don't need to see you. I don't need to talk to you. I don't need none of that. So if I find myself in a situation like that, it's trust me, it ain't in my intention. I might be somewhere and you wind up being there too. And I was like, oh, this motherfucker. Let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna be over there. You stay over there because people don't want to be reminded of who they are. And it's a difference when you think somebody does something, you hold that over their head for life. That's not what was being talked. You know, you got to make people stand on their decisions because that's what they chose. Because the minute you give people leeway to weasel out of their choices, they'll never make a serious choice. And you always be holding the bag because you'll always be looked at as the backup plan. And that's not a position you really want to be in. So make people stand on their stuff. And if they're doing dirty stuff, make people uncomfortable, you know, making people uncomfortable is a part of the consequence. So that's just it is what it is on that. So tell me what you think, man. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.